Hello everyone, this is Debbie from Ink and Page, and I am here today with day 7 of Junk Journal January. Today's prompt is belly band, and if you guys would like to get involved in this project, all you need to do is go to jjj.inkandpage.co and click Get Now and sign up, and you will get access to the whole workshop where all the videos and all the printables are all in one place for you. Okay, with that said, let's take a look at today's printables. So we're going to do belly band today, and this one is going to fold up so that we have a way to like tuck stuff into our belly band as well as behind our belly band. I did another quote for you guys. This one is, "I am made of words and rivers and winds and wildflowers. I am part grief and part hope and all love." And this is also Victoria Erickson, who was the one we also use that quote for the ticket spread, the Let It Go one. She's a lot of just beautiful, beautiful stuff out there, but I very felt drawn to this particular quote today. I feel like things are a little bit chaotic and, you know, in the world and all of that, and I just want to kind of like focus down and, you know, kind of like remember what we're doing here. So that is why I picked that one. Okay, and now I'm going to this is basically what else is included in here is just pretty much ephemera. So we've got 2 tags here. We got an extra belly band if you just want a simple one. Or you could cut these ones up if you wanted as well. An envelope to put behind it. Some washi tape pieces here that you could just rip. Don't worry, but I wouldn't worry about cutting that out. And then also extra pockets for ephemera storage if you need them. And then some collage ephemera that we can use on our belly bands, okay? And then we have everything that's left over from the previous days, as well as I'm just giving you guys a heads up so you know. I printed myself an extra page of the tickets from day 4, which was tickets, I believe. Just so that I would have extra ticket ephemera because I don't know, I just love it. So I just wanted to let you know that I doubled myself up on that one. Okay, so let's take a look at what we're going to be doing today. I have a couple of belly band ideas here. Let me get all my stuff out of here. Okay, so I've got this page here and this page here. I think what I'm going to do... Okay, and I also have leftover from yesterday. There was this butterfly, which I had initially planned to put on my pocket, but then decided that I wanted to do something else. So I have this too for a belly band. Also good for ephemera storage, especially since we have an envelope today. I'm pretty sure we'll have other envelopes coming, so don't worry too much about that. But so you'll have like more storage opportunities. You know, sometimes I find that these, like the last page of the signature or the first page of the signature is really good to pop on an extra pocket. Just so, and you can kind of like, this is what it looks like in the kit, but if you like, I printed this on the back, which might be a little bit better for that situation. But these are good places to store ephemera because there's extra space between the signatures. So there's that. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about, first, before we do anything, let's talk about this guy here. And then this is the like main belly band like situation for today. Okay, so this is what it looks like in the kit. I went ahead and cut my edge here so that it would just look different. If you want to, I have the Tim Holtz decal trimmer, which just basically gives it this like kind of bumpy edge. I'm trying to see if I can make that come out a little bit. It gives this bumpy edge to it. Which oops, that's probably not a good one to go with. I know I have a tag with a white background. Here we go. So it has that bumpy edge. But if you could use a punch, you could use those funky scissors, you could use nothing, you could just use it the way it is. You could round the corners if you want, stuff like that. So if you want to decorate it up a little bit more. So this is the kit. This is what I printed on the back. I did not mindfully print this. It just happened. So I just got what I got. I just picked 4 what I've been doing is just randomly picking 4 background pages to put on the backs of my ephemera just for fun, just to use them, you know, to see what, you know, what else I can do with them. So what we're going to do for this one here, before we do anything, is we're going to glue this shut here at the top and the bottom. Okay, so you already have the fold, so you don't need to worry about that. That's going to automatically create the back of your pocket. And then we're going to just fold this over here. And you can fold it either way, whatever way makes you happy. If you want if you have a background page that you love and you wanted to do it with that, you could totally use this. Basically what this is, just so you know, in case you just want to make it out of your own paper and not do a printable, this is just 3 inches wide, and you could do any width you want, okay? And then I just made the belly, this extra pocket here on the belly band, almost half of the width, just under half of the width. You know, it just came out like that. So, but this will be very easy to replicate on your own, basically, without a printable. Because I know ink isn't always an issue. If you haven't bought a printer and you're thinking about buying a printer, definitely go the EcoTank route. Almost every model of printer now has the EcoTank situation, and like I would be toast without mine because of the amount I print. I had the Epson, and before I had that I had an HP, and I was blowing through ink cartridges like you would not believe. Okay, or maybe some of you would, because you might also be blowing through them. Okay, so I actually was feeling bad about like the impact on the environment, I have to be honest, because it was so many. Okay, so now this is going to go in here, and I think what I'm going to do is put it on this page here, because I really love how it pulls the blue, like this here pulls the blue of these flowers out. I think you really like that a lot. And please do not feel compelled to go in order in your journal. I'm skipping pages. I am mostly going in order at this moment here, but I can't promise I will be going in order for the whole thing, because one of my goals with this journal was to make a journal that looks like a journal, not necessarily like we made an event journal, if that makes sense. Like in the past, I've made journals where every page was a different theme or a different color, you know, and that's great, that's fine. But for this one, I wanted to do something different. So I just wanted to make it look like a beautiful journal as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm only going to put my glue here and here. Okay, so just at the top and the bottom, so that it makes the actual belly band on the page. So this is a pretty thick belly band because of the pockets and stuff, but that will let us, you know, kind of have fun putting all kinds of stuff in it and behind it and all of that. And your belly band doesn't have to go in the middle. It can go over here. Okay, so let's see here. That's pretty, hopefully straight there. And then what I was hoping to do here is, once this is all on here, I'm going to, let me make sure I don't have any glue coming out of there. Okay. All right. And then we'll have the opportunity to put all kinds of stuff behind it. I have extras of these tags because I accidentally misplaced while I was cutting it, I accidentally misplaced the paper. Don't ask how, I have no idea. For some reason, Poppy thinks that whenever I get up to like cut my ephemera on the scan and cut, it's time to play ball. So usually when I'm cutting, I'm also playing ball. And so I'm pretty sure that's how it happened. I'm pretty sure like I was throwing the ball down the hall for her and I set the paper down somewhere else. So, yeah, that's just life, right? Okay, so I printed out this the second time, and I have nothing on the back, so I'm going to go ahead and put something on the back of these during this video. Okay, so basically that's how that works. So this works here. You've got a pocket, right? And then I've also got I'm gonna look for. I need something bigger. There we go. All right. Then I've also got this pocket here. And then we have this pocket here. Okay. So we can get in a number of tags. And you'll be getting more and more tags down the line. I was trying to keep the printables down, you know, to 2 or 3 a day. But like I'm right at 4 right now. You know I love to make ephemera. So I couldn't help it. Okay, so there's this here. These could even be used as belly bands if you wanted to. These pockets as well. Okay, so basically, let's put our envelope together as well, because that's like, I'm trying to get all my structural things done first, and then we will do the decorating, which is pretty much all we have to do for structural on this one, was to put this in here, and then glue this together. And then if you want to, we can you can glue some extra pockets in. Okay, so I'm just going to put glue right there and right there. Just get that glued down. Because it's always nice to have a little pocket. A little envelope behind your belly band. Here we go. All right, so there's that. Okay, so I've got that done. Now, I think what I want to do is just look really quick here. Because I know this is, okay. All right, where is this butterfly? Okay, so I have this butterfly, and I have this. So I think what I'm going to do here is use these like a layer. I'm just gonna try to just do a couple different belly bands in here, you know, since why not? Okay, so first thing I'm gonna do is I'm going to glue this down, and then I will glue this one down. I'm going to do this though it's double though, okay? So this is like a different way you could make yourself a double belly band here. So I'm gonna just go on the back here on this one. I just realized I didn't ink the edges of this one. I was so excited to get started on this. I don't think I inked any of my ephemera ahead of time. I just wanted to get started making stuff. Okay, so I got that. Now I fixed that. Okay, so let's see here. I don't think it matters which way this goes. It's pretty non-directional. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put that there and this here. You could just as easily use a piece of fabric, a piece of lace, anything. You could use anything that, like, you know, you have in your stash too. Like if you, this is a really good use for like when you have a thicker border, like after cutting out your printables. None of these have had particularly thick borders on them. But if I do get one of those, I'll save that piece and then I'll just use that for a belly band. Okay, so this is going to go on top of this, and I'm just going to do the same thing and put the glue at the top and the bottom here. And then I'll just lay this on here, just kind of center it the best that I can. I haven't really had the occasion to do any journal cards yet either for this. I did a couple, like, I think in the beginning I gave you a card with some lines on it, but I haven't really done anything since then. So I will try to work on that too, because it would be nice to have some journal cards to stick behind here. But like you could stick any of your ephemera behind there. And if you only have short ephemera and you want it to be longer ephemera, we can completely... Oops, I need to cut that. We can just make the ephemera longer, you know? Okay, so there's that one there. And then I would like to do, I think I'm going to do it here. I'm going to put one of these pockets in, and I'm going to go for this one, I think. because I'm looking to create storage in this journal in addition to, you know, just making it look pretty. So like that would be functional. Where did I put? I'm not sure where I put that inker, but fortunately I have like 3 of them for vintage photo for that reason. Okay, so I'm just going to anchor on this guy here. Okay, we can put that on there. I'm just doing extra stuff now, just before I start decorating, just to get some of the bigger pieces in here, because I want to make sure that these all get installed today. All right. Okay, perfect. On there. Okay, so let's go back to our initial. This is our initial one here. This is like our main one, and I think this is going to go right here in this pocket here. I do want to do something with this. And also, okay, this is probably going to end up going behind the biggest one here, and I'm going to let it stick out, I think. It could go either way, but I think I might let it stick out because I think I like it. And then these tags are going to end up going behind it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to cover the back of these really quickly. Just as an example, you know, I know that, like I said before, I know ink is always a concern. So if you want to just print your fronts, like I want to do a bunch of different like projects that encompass covering the back. You know what I mean? Okay, so basically this is the paper that comes from Amazon. Okay, so let's just take a bunch of this off, because this is a huge piece. They just, like, seriously give you, like, it's like I've gotten packages where, like, with a whole roll of this stuff in it, practically. Okay, so let's go ahead and do this. I'm just going to put the glue stick on the back of this and then glue the whole thing down. I just want to make sure I get the edges. Glue it like this. Okay, there is that. Okay, so now I'm just going to go ahead and cut around it. You could rip it too if you wanted. Did I say that? I'm not sure if I mentioned this already, but I do have more tags in tomorrow's pack as well that are different sizes for you to just hang on to, so that if we need them later on, we'll have them. That looks pretty good. Okay, now, you could do whatever you want with this back piece. I think you guys probably know what I'm going to do with it, which is put stencil on it. So the other thing you could decorate this with is stamps. You could do it with washi tape. Like, I could have put this stuff on the back of this to cover it as well. You know, there's a lot of different options for, you know, just literally whatever you want can go on here. Oops. Somehow pulled that out of somewhere. All right, so let's just do a little bit of this on here. Oh, you know what else I was thinking too? You could do belly band on the back of this. You know what I mean? It could go on anything. It doesn't need to be on a page. It could go... In fact, we could do like a horizontal one on this instead of vertical. I prefer vertical personally. I think it holds the stuff in the journal better, but certainly horizontal is an option as well. Okay, let's do... I'm going to grab the baby wipe and just wipe that off. And then I'm just going to go down here. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's my stenciling on there. All right, I'm gonna wipe that off as well. All right, I'm gonna wait just a second here. I was just trying to think if what if we use this for our belly band, and then it wouldn't really... I mean, I love the background on this tag. What I was thinking about doing, though, was painting the, entire back of this tag with the extra paint, just as an alternate method here. And then we could maybe even stamp on the back of this. Just hoping to have enough. It's going to be a little bit uneven because of the sponge that I'm using, because the sponge is pretty much really good for what do you call it? The stencils is a little less good for the painting. But I'm not going for perfection, and also, like, we can layer other stuff on here too, so it, you know, it'll be multiple things. Okay, so there's those two. And let's just get all the paint up here. All right, there goes that. Okay, put that aside. All right, so now I have those two. I'm gonna let those guys dry up here. This is should be dry pretty quick. Okay, and then, all right, so now we're back to this here. So let's do some collaging on this, I think, and just kind of figuring out, like, okay, that let's try to... Okay, so I did print, like I said, I did print out another handful of tickets. Put those aside. And then, let's see what else I got here. Okay, that's my extra pocket. Okay, so basically what I'm going to do here is build a cluster that's going to go on here and basically be the, like, kind of the main decoration on here. So I'm just going to get a bunch of these pieces and start sticking them together. And then I might add, like, I have this blank label here, so I might add a stamp or something to that, just so that it's not blank anymore. Okay, you could just as easily, like, write something on it, like if you want to write the date or you want to write the prompt or something like that. You could do that as well. Oh, I found my paper distresser when I was cleaning my desk today. I have a tendency to, like, make a gigantic mess when I do a video. Because you're kind of just, you're very focused on what you're doing as opposed to where you're putting things. So sometimes things go missing. I just secured this little piece of paper here, had a little tear in it, and I just wanted to make sure that it didn't tear anymore. Because I'm going to put this on that. I just want to create a little bit of contrast between what I have, like, printed out here and then, like, other materials as well. I totally forgot to do this. Alright, so I think I'm going to put that on there. Alright, so this is going to be my little decoration for on here. I have to do a couple more things to this. I want to add in let's try this little label. Okay, so since I glued that down already, I want this to kind of not be the whole thing. I'm just going to cut it, and then I'll just glue it right at the, like right here, so that it looks like it is under there, but it's not other things I want to use. It's all nice, like nice to get different shapes on there too. I've used a lot of rectangles on this, so I'm just gonna add the circle. And this kind of like helps make it look a little bit more interesting and fuller. Oh, this is really cute. I should have used that one. Okay. Do I want to put a word on here? All right, I'm almost done. And then we can like kind of construct the layered situation on here as well. Okay, so if we do this one, we could make it go like slightly in. So just a little bit of glue on this. Okay, maybe. Okay, so I think that's good. And then I can just stick this guy right on here. Okay, yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that one. Okay, so now I just constructed that on like a bunch of pieces of paper. You could have just as easily constructed this out of a bunch of scraps, and if you wanted to have anything on it, you could stamp on it. Alright, and this is like such that I could still add some stuff to it. I should have made some words that specifically reflected this, but I can probably do that later if we want to come back and add that type of a situation to it. But I think for right now, I'm pretty happy with the way this is on here. Okay, and then I have the like kind of secret pocket too. This is gonna go under here. Okay, we could put a tab on that too, or you could use one of these as a tab if you wanted. Okay, so I did get a tab out. Who knows what I did with it, but we'll find it eventually. Okay, so let's, where is, oh, this is my painted one. Okay, so this is the one I painted. So I thought this is the one I would do like this, or what if we did like a piece of this for the belly band. Okay, let's do that. I'm gonna push my ephemera to the side here, and then I'll just put the glue on either side of the tag, and then put the ribbon into it. It's actually like got like a netting behind it, so hopefully that will glue, because I don't really want to staple this one. Okay, here and here. This is going to be kind of a puffy one because this ribbon is a little... Alright, now I'm just going to trim this. The paint looks really nice and even, actually. Hopefully it looks the same on the camera. I don't know if it is nice and even, though. I can't. It looks pretty good, though. Probably because it's such a light color. Okay, so now we have an alternate belly band on our tag. So I got to be careful because that's still drying there. But I'm going to go ahead and punch this hole out of this here. I'm going to push that back a little. Yep, that's like a giant hole. You can put a little eyelet in it. There we go. Just make sure that's in the right spot because it's flopping around a lot. Woo! There we go. so I have to make us some more normal tags because I definitely need something bigger to go in here, but I don't see anything. I can make one. You know what? I have this paper right here. Let's just make a tag to put in there. I'm just going to grab my paper cutter because I don't really trust myself to cut that myself. Okay, let's go for like, I'm going to see, let's go for like 2.5 inches. And then I think that should be big enough. Yeah, that looks good. All right, let's make it, so since this has lines on it already, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And then I'm just gonna get my little punch set. There we go. And we're just gonna use this because it's the easiest way to do this. You could also just cut the corners off and flip them over, you know, so that they're the same. But I do like the ease of use of that there. And then I'm just gonna do a little decorative edge on the end of it. I guess I could have done a fancier top, huh? Oh well. Next time. So I've got this one here, this here, this here. I can also use it going in this way. This way. This is very bold, but you know, I think it's okay. Especially, let me see what we can pair it with to bring it down just a little bit. You can always put a little bit of paint on it too. I'm thinking about putting this on the top of it because I think it would match. Okay, so I am going to misjudged the size of that. Okay, there we go. Alright, I'm going to grab a paper clip for that. Okay. Alright, after a massive amount of fiddling around, I have a tag that I just made out of the background paper that will go inside here. Along with my little extra ticket here. Okay, and then, okay, so I'm creating a complex web for myself here. I think I'm going to take the envelope out of there and put this one in the back. Hopefully I'm putting it in the back, if it's not too tall. Yeah, okay, it's fine. It's not too tall. Okay, I thought it was at first. Okay, so I've got that one in the very back. Then I have this one in the pocket here. And then this is in the pocket here. And my envelope now no longer has a home. So now it's going over here. Just to kind of keep it safe until maybe I find a different home for it as well. And then I can put, like, you know, my extra business under here. So I can have this for like a later project if I wanted to. And then, yep. And the only thing I do need on this page here is I don't like the plain background. So I need 1 second here. Let me think about it. All right, again, I think. All right, I'm going to take everything out of here really quick. And I should have done this before I put the belly band on. But we're not always dealing with an ideal world, right? So I have this washi tape here, which is also $49 in market. And I'm thinking that I might be able to use this one selectively. I'm not crazy about the orange, but if I use this selectively on the background, it might help me with my... I don't like the background issue. Sometimes it's really, really hard to find, like, exactly the color, you know? All right, let's see what we can get out of this. Okay, now I'm making it look crazy busy, but I think what I'm going to do, and I'm not going to do this right now because I feel like I'm worried about the length of the video again, but I think I'm going to come back with some paint and just stencil over what I did here, and then I think it's going to look really cool. Especially since this washi tape has kind of a distressed painty look to it. I think that'll like tone down the washi tape just a tiny bit, and then I'll have the background that I hoped I could have. Okay, so I know that's crazy, but okay, so this one is going to be our very back one. Okay, wait, let's try that again. Okay, this is going to be our very back one. All right, see, like, much better that time. Okay, this is going to go into our little front piece here with the quote. And then this one is going to be the one that goes into our little pocket that is in the belly band here. So that one... You know, it's busy, but I have to say I enjoy it a lot. So, and then this I can stencil on this too as well. And then I'm not sure what's going to happen over there, but it could always be this pocket or something like that. I'm not sure. I really love this. I love the grungy, florally nature of it. So... Oh, I know what I'll do on there. Okay, I'll tell you guys what I'm going to do on there tomorrow. Okay, so this is my spread for belly band. We have the one belly band here. We have the belly band that's on our tag. And then I also put in a couple of extra pieces in here, this belly band here, as well as the extra pocket. This is now the sturdiest page in my journal, I will tell you, from all of the stuff that's in it and on it. So, all right, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Okay, tomorrow's prompt is hidden, and I'm very excited about that one because I hope I have a fun idea for that one. That is extremely easy. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and I hope you enjoyed your spread today, and you enjoyed the printables. And if you haven't, please like and subscribe. If you're here now, then you definitely want to subscribe. So I'll see you tomorrow.